I've experienced homelessness for 7 years. 7 years. The liberal agenda hasn't had a lot to say about homelessness. They ignore it. They let it fester in their towns. Okay, so I just walked to my polling place and I'm getting ready to cast my vote. I live in a very liberal town, so I'm going to go in and cast my vote. But I'm going to tell you what, some of these people out here that I'm noticing are running on the Democratic ticket. Now, let me tell you, I've experienced homelessness for 7 years. 7 years. The liberal agenda hasn't had a lot to say about homelessness. They ignore it. They let it fester in their towns. And you got this guy right here. You got this guy right here running for state representative. I'm going to tell you what happened. One winter, because I live in Michigan, one winter it got really cold in April, and they closed what they call the warming center. See, some of y'all don't know what the shelter's like. It's divided into residential, and then they've got the warming center where people can go in just during the winter months and sleep on mats on the floor. And that's what I was in. I was in the warming center. And it got so cold. They always close like in April, mid-April, but it got so cold that winter that mid-April felt like January. Temperatures were just really low. So a committee and myself, we went to the commissioner's office, and this guy I'm talking about was one of the commissioners we went to, and we asked them if they would please let it stay open because elderly people with disabilities, all of these people had to walk to breakfast. They didn't have any breakfast in the morning, and they would have been out in the cold. So we asked them if they would keep it open, and they were contentious. They actually agreed after, it was a very long session. The session was just like way into the night, went way over the time that the session normally goes. And so the commissioners, they went in and they eventually agreed to let it stay open till the end of April. So the temperatures lifted up a little bit. But they also agreed to meet with us. They also agreed that they would meet with members of our committee so that we could actually get this center open year-round, because that's what's needed, really. You can't just have something open for people over a few months and expect them to get back on their feet. So they said they would meet with us. This man who's going now for state representative, he was on the committee. He was on the committee that turned us down, broke their promises to meet with us. So the homeless crisis has festered in Democratic strongholds for a reason. This is a very Democratic environment that I'm voting in. Like I said, I'm voting Republican right now. I'm voting for John James, who happens to be a Republican. But I tell you, it happened to be an African-American Republican, but I would have voted for him anyway, because the Democrats have let us down, especially in the area of homelessness. I'm not worried about racism, because racism, desegregation was done back in during the Civil Rights Movement. So all of this that people are worried about now, racism, is just like water under the bridge. Homelessness is the real crisis. Homelessness is the real crisis. If you're not on board with that, then you're not going to get my vote. The Republicans have showed more concern for the homeless crisis than have Democrats. So anyway, I just want to, I'm going in and vote today. And this guy that's running for state representative, oh my God, how dare he?